Hi, my name is Celine Grant, and my life is in danger in Canada. Several murder attempts have already been made on my life, so as to ensure that I'm silenced, to cover up the mobility, my life insurance, and systemic racism, including the lawyers. This is an overview. I'm going to go through quickly and just want to point out, a few um, information. Just want to bring this to your attention. There are more. I'm going to try and go through quickly. If you like, please feel free to pause and go through, read, but I do have other presentations. You can please join me over on the other presentations, which contains more details of what I'm about to show you, okay? The evidences I had on mobility, money, life insurance, WSIB, and medical doctors were provided to Nicolini Law, Adrian Nicolini. I did not give the lawyer everything. He's supposed to be my WSIB lawyer. I retained him for WSIB appeal. However, I gave Adrian Nicolini enough information, especially when I got fired from my job of 20 years with an injury, without severance pay in 26 days. Everything there is wrong, eh? I did not give the lawyer everything. He had enough information to do whatever, to sue, I had done my own little investigation, so if he had asked me, then I would produce more documents, but I didn't want to overwhelm him. I'm glad I didn't. Anyway, I was not retained by Adrian Nicolini Law for employment law. Instead, this law used the evidences I provided and joined forces with Mobility's defense lawyer, X Morley Law, that is Hussein Moftaderi, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, to cover up discrimination, including systemic racism, by any means necessary. And when I said by any means necessary, I meant murder, okay? Included are highlights of the following presentations. This information I also provide at the end, all right? But just letting you know that I do have presentations regarding that contains more details. I have parts 1 and 3 of the damages of these entities, and parts 1 to 8 regarding systemic racism and the lawyers and other entities, okay? I brought this first forward, motor vehicle accidents July 2nd, 2019 and August 8, 2019. Based on the evidences I had on the mobility, they're trying to put a stop to me airing this out, because the government already indicated that this country is good. There's no systemic racism. I have everything to prove. So no, they are ensuring that I didn't get that airplay, okay? Hit and run accident July 2nd, 2019 at 3:56 p.m. Look at the time, okay? I was rear-ended while stationary. I was waiting at a stop light. There were 2 other vehicles ahead of me. An unmarked car hit my vehicle and then sped off. 2 of us, myself and a friend, a girlfriend of mine, were in my vehicle, and the paramedics refused to take us to the hospital. I found it a bit strange, but when we went on our own separate hospitals, that is, she was examined and I wasn't. Okay, it's explaining my other presentation. All right, all this. As again I said, I was denied. They refused to give me medical attention, okay? July 2nd, 2019. I drove my car. This was for the first time 2 weeks after I got it from an auto shop, and it was just there. On this day, I didn't have the person to take me to physiotherapy. It was one of those off days. Physiotherapy should have been Friday, but I I had to put it to Thursday, and I went in on August 8th, 2019 to physio on my way back from physio, driving my car for the first time since it was repaired. 2 weeks later, since I got it from the auto shop, I was driving my vehicle from physio when another stoplight, the light turned green, and while I was almost over part in the intersection, the vehicles ahead of me came to a stop, and then, as per eyewitness, the speeding Murano, while we were at a standstill, speeding Murano hit the Hyundai and into the back of my vehicle. And ironically, as soon as I got hit, the vehicles ahead of me started moving. It occurred at the same time of day, 3:56 p.m. of the previous accident. Same time of day. Okay, and then from 5 persons were in the Hyundai, one person in the Murano, and one person, that's me, in the front, right? And it's all of us, 7 people, black. Okay, the damages were over $10,000. So between the first accident and the second accident, my damages were almost $15,000 for my 2-year-old vehicle. Okay. York paramedics and how the police took forever to come, and when they came, I was denied by York paramedics. So up to this day, I was not examined. And from the first, one of the doctors stated, "Oh, you know that when the vehicle is at a standstill, that your body absorb the impact." But he still didn't examine me. He told me all other things that's why I was pleading to the York paramedics to take me to the hospital, but they refused. When I went again on my own, I was refused. You know, from July right up to October here, the medical doctors refused to examine me. This time my knees are swollen. I'm the one who is icing it and all that. Everything's explained in my other presentations, okay? Aviva auto insurance within 5 months. With no medical records, I was denied. Mark you, rear net accidents. You know, definitely, I am the one who's supposed to win the case. Because on 2 occasions, I was at a stoplight waiting with other vehicles in front of me, and then I was hit. How did this insurance company deny me? Something is wrong there, eh? Okay, it gets better. Please stay with me, okay? Thank you. So I was denied, and the reason why I was denied had nothing to do with my injury. It was my work related, nothing. So this was July 2nd. There's no mention of any complaints of my accidents, eh? No mention in the insurance report about my accidents, about my injury from work. That it wasn't aggravated. It was aggravated. It was. So here, Dr. Malik on August 10th, although I was not examined, he made note of my complaints. And there it is. Talk about pain and back pain in back and pain in chest and pain radiating down to the right arm. Right arm was where I got my injury at work. Okay, and this was for the physiotherapist, Dr. Bertolo, right? On August 12th, he indicated pain in chest, and he spoke about right arm pain and all that, pins, needles. Yeah, but the insurance company have no record of that. Okay. And the same thing, December 9th, August 8, 2019, the same information you see here, the same information that they have on the previous slide too. Okay. Decoventin synovitis, nothing about the injuries I sustained in the accidents. Wow. I'm a superwoman, I guess. Lawyer named Mark Law Firm denied all my 4 cases 2019, 2020. This lawyer, I've already explained in my other presentation, this lawyer is an accessory to murder because this lawyer took all my cases under false pretense and sat on them until 2 years later he's going to deny me. Okay. So in this report, in this letter, on April 14, 2021, sorry, he's stating, I have a better I'll show it better and much bigger on my next slide. Okay, so you'll get to read it. All right, and this is all about me here. However, I did on October 28, 2019 send the events of the accident, July 2nd and August 8th, to Ryan Neymark and his team. I sent it over with the details, with the pictures and the police record and all that, police report and all that. Okay, so they got everything documented. All right. So this is the information, what the lawyer stated. He said that with the respect of your car accident of July 2nd and August 8, 2019, we have not yet filed any documents on your behalf or initiated a claim. As such, there is no need for a formal motion. You tell me, as per law, and I saw that, right? This law is supposed to put in a claim, especially the rear-ended, put in a claim within 3 months. He did nothing. And then he held on to my 2 claims, long-term disability and wrongful dismissal. He held on and did nothing and then denied me all. Can you imagine? Criminal acts, eh? Prior to dismissal of my case, the following events took place: systemic racism, distortion of my medical records, yes, at the Ministry of Health and Long-Term Care, March 2019, yep. Please feel free to read distorted medical records. I'm not making it up. I wish I was, but it was very, very sad. Wow. So Ministry of Health and Long-Term Care, see my name here, Darlene Grant, okay? March 22nd, 2019, okay? Before I got fired from my job, the lawyer for Manulife Insurance Company, not lawyer, the medical doctor, the specialist for Manulife Insurance Company, Dr. Erin Boynton, she, although this system is digital, so we didn't have this discussion, right? She was able to state that I was healthy because there was nothing on my medical report to say I'm taking medication for this and this, I have that, whatever. So she could easily say I was healthy. You understand? And then she denied a history of fracture. The medical report will show that I didn't have a fracture. I didn't have any joint symptoms or anything. There's some stuff that were questionable, including the fact that she was able to include stuff that allowed me to be fired from my job, right? But she got these 3 sections right, okay? On September 3rd, I was diagnosed with decovant tenosynovitis, injured on the job. Okay, yeah, and I will explain how come later on. Okay, this is the same thing here, and I'll bring it a bit bigger on this side. There it is, decovant tenosynovitis, September 3rd. Please notice this is a diagnosis. I was diagnosed. Okay. (727) I saw my doctor on August 8, Dr. James Chang. So 727 is the code for tenosynovitis. 727. Can see it there. Anything else you see apart from 727 are false information. Okay? False. So my medical report was distorted to suit my mobility, to suit WSIB, to suit Manulife, to ensure that my injury, because I was fired with the injury, it was obvious, especially I have proof that I got injured on the job, right? Proof it's not my injury occurred at the mobility. So they were trying now. They messed up my medical record just to ensure that bail was cleared, the mobility and money life. So 7227, all right. So here on the 3rd of September, you saw the doctor's note. It did say decrevin tenosynovitis. How come they had signs, symptoms, not yet diagnosed musculoskeletal system leg? Well, this appears many times in the report, and don't undermine my intelligence or talk about, oh, is how they code it. No, the code is 727. Other codes are actually it's distorting my medical report, including the fact that they have it that I am mental, I have mental issue. That they say that I have mental issues, so that also if my claim should go to court, the court could say, oh, you know, they're gonna throw up my case because I have mental issue or whatever, so they don't know who to believe or whatever because my medical records say one thing. Get what I say? So they tried everything. They tried everything. And you see that, okay? We did see that it was confirmed. And then everything here from August 8, 2016, supposed to be saying 727 right up to July. Right up to July from the accident. Because to me, since if they had done medical on me for the accident, it could be 727 and other things, complaints, you understand? But they choose to code it differently. Okay, so you're gonna please verify. So September 15, this is September 15, it says tenosynovitis, so this is correct. October 5th, 11th, and 17, this is supposed to be 727, okay? But they have something else, you can see. Went to Great Lakes Medical. It says this, luckily I got this letter, prior to, God has been on my side. You understand? God, has been on my side. Not knowing that they were distorting my medical record, which came in March. I got this from the medical center. The medical center was giving me a hard time, but I eventually got this to me concern. I needed this. This is confirmed that the above named patient diagnosed with decrevin syndrome. The above named patient has been seen on the following dates. So all these dates, anything else you see, if you don't see 727, this is for decrevin tenosynovitis. Know that they're lying. So I have my proof, October 11, tenosynovitis, October 5th and 17, tenosynovitis. That's what decrevin, that was what Dupuytren looked like. This is what I had. This is what I have actually, okay? I've extracted this from here. So again, they all should say 727. Anything you see here, when you talk about musculoskeletal system, and to me, as I said, I think they were building in getting me with this motor vehicle accident thing, okay? Then I have fibroids, leiomyoma, something like that, all lies. So I'm going to show you 26th of January, 11th of February, 15th of February, and 21st of February, okay? So 26th of January, it says decrevin tenosynovitis, positive Vickers sign test. 11th of February, decrevin tenosynovitis. 15th of February, Sunnybrook Hospital, it talk about the tendons and stuff, decrevin tenosynovitis. On February 21st, is decrevin tenosynovitis, okay? I brought this again because here Dr. Andersman did say she's not diabetic, yet the medical report saying diabetes mellitus, including complications. I'll show you bigger. It says 20th of March 2017, diabetes mellitus, including complications. And again, I said all this must say 727. Anything here you see, whenever I visit the doctor, it must say 727. That's the only complaint that I had, was my tenosynovitis. So you talk about other disease or musculoskeletal system, you see, this relate to me, to the car accidents, when they are not examining me, so they expect this gonna happen. Huh? Yeah. Murderers. Yes. Anxiety, whatever they have here, signs, symptom not yet diagnosed, habits, spasm, please, and please read. You understand all these mental stuff. When you look on the dates here, you see 20th of March, you see twice for June 12th, 2017, 17th of July, 16th of September. Just please feel to look. I'm going to show you, all because of my hand, eh? Wow. So on the 20th of September, 20th of March, sorry, 2017, my doctor said ultrasound shows tenosynovitis. This says diabetes, 20th of March, 2017, you see it, right? Diabetes mellitus, including complications. It says here, she's not diabetic. That's what Dr. Andersman said. He didn't ask me, but it was not on my, I don't know why he put it, but he didn't ask me. Okay. On this date, Dr. Handelsman, yeah, I've explained in my other report. He did me wrong, but it still, this report says I still have tenosynovitis. Okay, June, okay. And on June 12th, I went to, because of the respect, Dr. Handelsman disrespected me, I went to Great Lakes for help, and they confirm again tenosynovitis. Okay. On July 17, 2017, you notice what they said here? Anxiety, neurosis, blah, blah, blah. Whatever mental issue here. See the date? Do you see the date? What did Dr. Chang say on this date? Dr. Chang said, assured she is not mentally ill. That's it? Assured she's not mentally ill. There's no information here. Anyway, everything is in my other report, my other presentation, giving you a better view. September 16, they say this. What did this say? September 16, okay, Dr. Vane. Again, everything should be 727, all right? Wow. September 16, so there it is. Went to see a physiatrist, is relating to my hand, okay? 26th of September, they have it as habit and anorexia nervosa and all that. Excuse me. Bell mobility demanded that each day we are away from work, we have to bring a doctor's note. I was off on one day, sick leave. Gave doctor's note to supervisor. Okay. September 6, 26. Okay, 2017. These people. Thank God he's smarter than all these people, because he allowed me to have this. I'm a child of God, okay? Yeah. So 26, Albert. I sent a text to Albert, and he said, I could not, I'm not feeling well. And he said, provide a note for today. He told me I should provide a note, okay? And I did. Same on October 13. It says medical reason was decorated tenosynovitis. What did they have here? Something else. Okay? All should say 727. This is my hand. Should see the date, okay? I did provide a doctor's note also, because I was off. There's a doctor's note, all right? And I did let Albert know, my supervisor, and he said, please ensure to get the doctor's note, okay? October 25th. I said, this is October 26th, but this is interesting. I was off work as of October 25th because of both hands. Okay? And they have it as mental. You notice? Okay? They have it as mental. However, on October 26th, I did not physically saw my doctor. I saw my doctor on October 31st. I was off work on October 25th. My doctor is not open on Wednesdays. So when he wrote the note on October 31st, he wrote the note, doctor's note, on October 31st. He backdated it to the 26th. So I was not, my doctor didn't see me on this date, but yet they have me as mental. Wow. There, October 25th, I did tell my supervisor, could not come in, and he said I should still file a doctor's note, okay? Okay. This is what they did. Just please feel free to read. I explained it already. This was October 31st. Yeah, just feel free to read, okay? October 31st. They can't keep their lies straight. Because yes, although they say 727, this is correct. But tenosynovitis, October 31st, this say tenosynovitis, but no counseling one-on-one or whatever. I don't know what they have there. I saw Dr. Silverberg, new specialist, in on November 17, 2017. Interesting. Dr. Silverberg record, there's no family history of arthritis. I guess to show that my situation, this is really good. My situation was not a result of arthritis, so there's no family history. I don't have arthritis. You understand? And on November 17, 2017, Ministry of Health indicated traumatic arthritis. This was all about decaventinous divided. So it's supposed to be 727, and they wrote 716. There it is. There it is. 17th of November 2017. Traumatic arthritis. Okay. And please feel free to review the other stuff here. Because them have deafness. They have limanomia, whatever that is. They have trauma, wrists, hand, fingers. They have intervertebral disorders. You see, just a of accident, eh? Yes, man. Yes. And mental issue. Yes. Wow. Sad. December 9th, they still have like some other things supposed to be 727, but anyway, we know it's the decaventinous synovitis supposed to be there, and this they still have the mental thing and whatever. Okay. This was explained in my other presentations. Okay, or the transpose, you can see this is the clinic, eh? Life Clinic, Brampton, Rohit Soni, yes. Playing in the hands of Manulife Insurance and changing and distorting my clinical notes. Yep. Yes, they did that. They indicated right chronic. Sorry, I moved too fast. Right. They did say right, eh? However, it's left. They said right for both of them, eh? So I have left lateral epicondyle and right decaventinous synovitis. Okay. So March 7, they have, oh yeah, I do have it right here, right? You see they have both right. No, it's supposed to be left. One left lateral epicondyle and right decaventinous synovitis. But for March 7th, the Ministry of Health has other sprains and strains. Oh, and for the 21st of March also they have other sprains and strains, but this is March, and but May is still confirmed. When I did an ultrasound, it's still confirmed decaventinous synovitis. Yep. Prior to starting medical records from the Ministry of Health, I had visited Great Lakes, right? I did. So I visited Great Lakes on January 24th, yeah, and on February 20th. So on January 24th, an ultrasound was done again, and it was confirmed tenosynovitis. And the last time I did confirm tenosynovitis. Okay. Within the same year, systemic racism in Canada and play denied by all entities, January 2019 to December 2019. Denied by Kevin Marshall Law, January 2019. Denied by CPP Disability Ontario, February 2019. This was a trip. Adrian Nicolini sided with my doctor, James Chang, who was instrumental. They both were instrumental in me getting fired from my job. So they both teamed up to say I'm mental. There's no other. This was written after I got fired from my job, right? That I'm mental because my doctor, Dr. James Chang, refused to assist me. Right? Until Dr. Silverberg decided to assist me, Adrian Nicolini did me wrong again. Yeah. Anyway, let's go. Please feel free to read, okay? So here my doctor is stating I had a recent onset of depression. She still need antidepressants and psychiatric consult. This was the same day I got fired, 24th of May 2018, that my doctor stated that. Dr. Sam Silverberg, please feel free to read. Yes. I didn't have to include everything, but he actually wrote the report in my favor. And he did indicate I do not anticipate improvement in the future. What the Nicolini Law did, Nicolini Law held on to Dr. Silverberg's report and submitted the false report by Dr. James Chang, and then completed a report pretended to be me. The following CPP, in this section here, the following CPP disability form dated August 2, 2018 was completed by Adrian Nicolini on my behalf without my knowledge or consent. I became aware of it in 2022. So he forged my signature and did everything. When he realized that Dr. Silverberg actually did me right. So what the lawyer did, in other words, I must lie on myself. He pretended to be me and wrote psychiatric consult. You notice that he didn't even put it in his writing, it's typed. Yeah, it's typed. So this wasn't me at all. Okay. And then forged my signature. That's what he wrote. That's my law, SIB lawyer, that is, eh? I was denied by the Canadian Human Rights Commission because of these speeches too, March 2019. I was almost denied by Sanford Marking Law. I've explained in my presentation. That was so sad. Denied number 5, the College of Physicians and Surgeons. I have explained that also in my other presentations, June 2019. Notice I'm coming down. The College of Physiotherapy, yeah, June 2019, yeah. Denied number 7, Peel Paramedics and Doctors' Refusal of Medical Care, July 2019. This was a motor vehicle accident. Denied number 8, Canadian Labour Board, because of these 2 lawyers again, July 2019. Everything's explained in the other presentation. Denied number 9, York Paramedics and Doctors' Refusal of Medical Care, August 2019. This was the motor vehicle accident, the second one. Denied number 10, Medical Doctors' Refusal of Medical Care, no examination but further distortion of my medical records. Yes, they're adding other stuff. They're not examining me, but adding other stuff. Oh my God. October 2019. Okay, denied number 11 by the medical system. This included Aviva Auto Insurance Specialists and Assessors. Yes, they make it seem as if I did not sustain any injury at all in my motor vehicle accidents. Okay, November 2019. Denied number 12, Aviva Auto Insurance, December 2019. Yeah. Denied continued 2020 to through to 2022. I didn't stand a chance. I tell you, in the system. Guess what? I am black. So there's no way. My God. And this country say that We have rights and lies. Deny number 13, for the second time by CPP Disability. I did not submit an appeal to CPP Disability based on prior experiences. Ada Nicolini pretended to be me again, forged my signature and provided false information on my character. I was unaware that an appeal was submitted. Nicolini Law Firm false submitted CPP Disability form without the appeal, without my consent. I tell you, and I was denied again on October 20, 2020. WSIAT, deny number 14, Nicolini. Ada Nicolini lied to me, said I should only, I thought he gave WSIT my medical documents because my WSIB, my case was suspended, so I thought it was, you see, I guess they were waiting on the distorted medical records. So Adrian Nicolini told me that, oh, they only need you to prove. Now, as soon as the hearing started, they were asking for medical documents. Oh wow, okay. This prove that I saw Adrian Nicolini. I really wanted to change his lawyer, but I couldn't. I guess the system recognized, and I was denied. I tried to go elsewhere, but I was stuck with this lawyer. Okay. So the WSIB hearing now was just, please feel free to read. This was a farce. This was, yeah. It was deliberate. It was deliberate. They just want to see me. That's the only thing I can say. Please feel free to read. So they came to a verdict, a conclusion, a decision without my involvement, to state that they included a form, a consent form for me to allow them to review my medical records. My lawyer was supposed to obtain the medical records from my doctor from 2017, and this is now 2020. 3 years later, they're telling me now to sign, for me to sign a form for them to get my distorted medical records. Definitely not. I did not. Yeah. Interesting now. No convictions for my rear end motor vehicle accident. You tell me. Huh? What do you think? Deceived by the court of law, March 2020, motor vehicle accident dated August 8th, 2019. Okay? 60 Queen Street, I was denied. Number 15, 60 Queen Street, Courthouse, Toronto, on March 2nd for MVA dated August 8th. I was the only one of 9 persons who were at the scene of the accident, right? I was the only one who was in attendance at court. How was that possible? And then on top of it, the lawyer is going to rule a conviction without the person present. Huh? Really? It was later on when I found out there was an affidavit, right? That this was, I think, about December 2020, when I actually was looking through, and I could not locate any collision report for this accident. Huh? As per law, when I read online, if the person who should be convicted is not present at court, is jail, police had to go for him. There has to be another court date. Huh? They gave me a long rope. Brampton Court. No, this was another long rope too. MVA dated 2nd of July 2019. This hearing is supposed to be on April 21st, 2020. I have to. You know why? Because someone received dated March 6, 2020 for rear-ended hit-and-run accident dated July 2nd. 8 months after accident. Court date set for April 21st, 2020. This was a farce. No court hearing for hit-and-run motor vehicle accident. This accident was placed under the rug. You notice that it was deliberate. Huh? So you know why I know that it was deliberate? Because They waited 8 months to send me the the summons, and it law says after 6 months after the date of which the offense was, it says no, a proceeding shall not be commenced after the expiration of any limitation was 6 months. So anything after 6 months is not is not is deemed null and void. Please feel free to read. Okay. Denied by name mark law. The name mark law took all my cases. Name mark is an accessory to murder. Yeah, because I already told you about that motor vehicle accident, took all my case and then deny. We went through that already. So deny number 8. So there it is. What this lawyer did. Okay? An accessory to murder. So deny number 19 by Nickel Law Firm. He released himself. He did nothing for me. Nothing since I retained him for WSIB. Mission accomplished. Nothing came out of it, eh? Yeah, systemic racism kept under wraps, okay? And then now, denied by the denied 21, Ontario Superior Court of Justice, I was told to pay these lawyers $20,000. $20,000 for these lawyers who lied on me, who did everything. They're not lawyers, they are criminals. They're worse than criminals because they're behind the scenes doing the things that we're supposed to be taking them to court and make sure they're in prison day. But I am the one now. They actually went against me and then gonna tell me to pay $20,000 for their deception. Wow. Okay. So I was ordered by Hicks Morley Law Firm. That's Hicks Morley Law and his team or whatever. I was threatened that if I didn't pay by the deadline of July 2nd, this is how July 2nd comes in place. This was a Saturday. But anyway, July 2nd keep popping up, But, yeah. I just found it straight. But anyway, maybe if I'm thinking too much or, maybe I'm on the right track of something, okay? But if I fail to meet the deadline, please feel free to read. In other words, they're going to take payment from my property. I did not get any severance when I lost my job. You see, I didn't get my payout. So I had no money. God has been keeping me. I have no money. And only asset I have is my house. So did they take it from my house? Wow. I have more of this information. Please feel free to read. This is my other presentation, okay? Details to follow. Please feel free to read. Okay, thank you. Discrimination by mobility. These are snippets. Okay, I'm going to go through as fast as possible. Okay. How did this all begin? Discrimination over the years at mobility to 1999, 2018. Okay. I worked at Mobility Inc. Location was 50999 Creekbank Road, Mississauga. I was employed for 20 years. I was wrongfully terminated in 26 days. Even this is wrong, eh? 26 days without severance pay with a work-related injury. Okay. I was promoted 3 times in, say, a year and a half. Yeah. Promoted to the business service department mid-year 2000. However, in 2001, the discrimination began under new management. Over 8 years in a support role, 2001-2009, grade 5. Guess what happened? I was asked to assist other departments to a higher salary day, including finance. I assisted finance twice, but guess what happened? They were told that I was only on loan. I should return to my position. Okay, as a grade 5. And what I would also do, they would ask me to train others. I would train others and they get promoted and leave me. Yeah. Can you imagine? Yeah. I wanted to leave. I tried. and because I didn't have any Canadian experience or meaning where schooling is concerned or job is concerned, I wasn't called. So I started sending myself to school. The mobility is supposed to reimburse me, and no, they weren't. I also explained that in my other presentation. Okay. I was eventually in 2009 promoted to one of the highest section in the department, grade 7. Okay. I always get good comments. Regardless, I always get good comments. I do a very good job, right? At the time I was promoted, there was no manager because Bell Mobility started laying off, laying off. Okay. Penalized because of the union, Bell Mobility. Okay. Bell Mobility, non-unionized, was non-unionized. The managers of Bell Mobility were being laid off between 2009 and 2010. Then major shake-up 2011 because now supervisors were being laid off, so everyone became concerned because like we were next in non-management employees, so a campaign began to solicit a union to represent us, okay, at Bell Mobility. Bell Mobility fought back. What did Bell Mobility do? Bell Mobility allowed others to join our team. Yes, informers joined join as union delegates. Yeah, and acquire join the union as union delegates and acquire the names of all employees who signed up for the union. These names were given to Bell Mobility, and then what Bell Mobility did, Bell Mobility had an on-site job fair and hired customer service representative who were bribed and encouraged not to join the union. So we lost union by about 2%. Yeah. Lost by 35 votes. Please feel free to read. Okay. Major layoff of employees in 2012, but the company realized that including those who were hired just a few months prior to ensure that we lost the union, right? The company realized that my department could not be laid off because we deal with companies, we deal with provincial and federal and all that. We could not be outsourced overseas, so they had to take a step back and try to figure out a way to get rid of us. In the meantime, what they did, we were penalized, all opportunities were denied, and we were being set up to fail. Final year in college and pursuing the Chartered Professional Accountant's designation. I'm bringing this forward because of what went down. So since 2012, Bell had to try and find a way to get rid of us. Now was the year 2014, and this was my final year in college, and about to pursue. I was actually doing subjects regarding the Chartered Professional Accountant's designation, right? So here it was a rude awakening for me. So I attended school and I did well in school. Please feel free to review. I did well in school. If you notice, I'm getting so many A's and things. I'm not a dumb person, okay? I'm not mental as they're trying to make me out to be. All right. And I was also the financial analyst for my team, the business strategy game. That was my final year exam in school. Actually, it was an exam. And my team won the game. We got A in class, okay? And also that I graduated with high honors in business administration accounting, okay? And this is to prove that I was a member of the Chartered Professional Accountants of Ontario. This was my CPA ID number, okay? I had to see school to save my job. Bell Mobility sabotaged my work again. You notice again, okay? And attempted to place a performance plan on my records. This time, even though if I make up time after work after 5 o'clock, it used to be considered, no longer considered, and I didn't know. So it was used against me. So I was going to school, leaving, going to classes in the day, and returning to work and working after hours. No, my after hours job was not taken in consideration. Hence, you see as if I was failing my job, okay? I was placed on a performance plan. I had to see school, put school on hold to save my job, because management did not care. It didn't matter the management. Yeah, my work is measured between the time I 8:30 and 5 o'clock. So I was placed on a plan which I shouldn't have been for 2 months. If I do not improve in 2 months, I will be fired. I did improve, okay? I shouldn't have failed the year. They said I failed the year by 0.04. I did not. I did say above target here. I have extracted this. 0.04. I did not. What management did, when I started investigating in January, I realized that some of my cases were missing, and I brought it to the attention of my supervisor, who told my manager, and my manager said, "Oh, I should have brought those errors to their attention within the month they occurred." So I was still placed on a performance plan. Can you imagine? Yeah. Please feel free to read, okay? Yeah. Placed on a performance plan is supposed to be for 2 months, February to March. I was not in agreement because I did not fail the year, right? No, so management really planned to get me. So management raised the measurement 3 times within 6 months. And thank God I was able to be above at all times. I was above at all times, yet they still had a performance plan on my file for 6 months. 6 months. It's supposed to be for 2 months. Please feel free to read here. 6 months. Anyway, this was not good. See, this says June here, right? This was not good because I needed to get back into I need to get in my field, and I needed to apply for the finance department. No one on performance plan can apply for finance, and I didn't know that I was on a performance plan. Maliciously, that is. Here it shows that mid-year I was above the target and everything. Please feel free to review my year end and everything. My performance report for 15, it shows that I was above the my positioning, and that I did well, whatever great job delayed and all that, okay? Other events throughout the year 2015. Here I did apply for other positions, not knowing that I was on a performance plan. Okay, so the first one was finance department. Okay, I applied. I finally got a call for an interview. I didn't tell my supervisor or anything, because I was being held back for sure. Yeah, got a call, and then I did a phone interview. I passed the phone interview. Then I moved on to the face-to-face interview. That was June. And I thought someone else had gotten the position was filled because it took a while. It was in August when I got a letter saying that I was in the final two. I was like, what? I was in the final two. I eventually found out via HR. Later, I explained in my other presentations, right, that 300 persons, both internal and external, had applied. Okay, all right. But I remember when I did the interview, right? The interviewer stated that Bell was looking for someone within because they already know the business, and I was the right person for the job. Yeah, I knew that. I was asked to do a test. See, down to 2. Okay, and then I told my supervisor, and the rest is history. I was denied. Yep. Yes, it was said the position was awarded to the outside candidate. I was told I made their decision very challenging. 17 years with the company, and they gave it to an outsider. How would you feel? Huh? Please feel free to read this, okay? Second opportunity adjustment auditor position. Same month, May 2015. I didn't want to apply because it's under my manager and supervisor, but I was encouraged by my peers because, I was very good at my job. And I'm very analytic too, right? And I applied. but I was called for an interview. Needed 3 positions, but 4 positions four people were selected. Okay. After I was denied, 2 weeks later, I was asked to assist the team. Okay, because the team was growing, you know. I worked with the team from May to November 24th. Please feel free to view this date, very important. And during the time I was assisting the team, they were hiring but never took me on, right? So I was on loan with the adjustment team, and I was asked to, this was up until November 24, 2015. There was a reason, because on the same day while I was there, I think I worked with it until 5 o'clock. While I was there, a letter came out stating that if you're interested to join, please reply to me today. If you're called to all, they needed one person, and I was there. So I overheard someone say that she was called in early from mat leave to be trained for the position. So although this letter was just a formality, she was already called in. Yeah, and she got the position. Okay. So during the January 2016, February 2016, I was still above my target. This is target result. I was doing well. And the bonuses from 1998 2016, bonuses every year. Although they try to sabotage my job, I do get bonuses every year. Right up to March 2016, I was doing very well. Okay. But then I was demoted. Why I was demoted? I knew my job too much, so they could not fail me anymore. That's the reason. That's the only reason I know why they demoted me. From a back office all my life, being back office to a front line. I didn't send myself to school. I'm not undermining a job, not undermining any job, but I sent myself to school because I want to be in accounting, in finance, and they put me, in other words, telling me this is where I belong. Yeah. April 2016. Workplace safety breach. I was injured on the job, May 2016 to August 2016. Demoted, places at desk with broken tools, no lights, no training. They didn't want to train me because they know definitely if they had trained me, yeah, what they were about to do, they would be able to. Because I would know and would figure things out and challenge them, but they didn't, yeah. Probability is the advocate for mental health in Canada, so the company knew how to play the game. You understand? Yeah. Everything else is detailed in my other presentation. So although I told my supervisor from May about the broken tools and all that, nothing happened until I was feeling pain in my right hand in June. Then in July, swelling. I was ignored. I had to work in my condition. Wow. Proof that I was telling my supervisor, please feel free to review. Pause and review. Okay. No accommodation, June 15, 2016 to September 7, 2016. My injury was 12 weeks old. Where I was allowed by my supervisor to work in my condition. 12 weeks old, because of the pain in my hand, I had to go to the walk-in clinic and I had to cease typing. Doctor says cease typing. I see I was diagnosed with decavin tendinosynovitis. And there, September 3rd, decavin tendinosynovitis. Okay. Doctor's note: I gave both plus the one from my family doctor. Gave all 3 to my supervisor. Okay. There it is. All 3 to my supervisor. I was told to my supervisor by the walk-in clinic doctor that it was a matter for double SIB. Okay, so yeah. My doctor here, the information I extracted here. It says tendinosynovitis, and then it says unknown. It says when will the patient expect to return to a regular job? Says unknown. And he mentioned tendinosynovitis takes a long time to improve. Yeah. Please feel free to read. This was 15th of September. And he said he's going to refer me to a specialist, but I didn't see a specialist till 4 months later. That's what he said here, to see a plastic surgeon. Okay. The medical system delayed my recovery. Please feel free to read. It's all explained in my other presentation. My doctor did me wrong. Yes. Since my life became involved, he just did not pay any attention or provide proper care for my hand. Okay. For the year 2016, before I go to 2017, just want to show you that the one of the many sabotages of my job. This is one of many. Okay. So this is, if you notice, this is the month of June. I extracted this in July and realized that they actually, I tell you, God is on my side, because you notice the date on Thursday, July 14, 2016 is the same date they did this. The same day. This is July, this is June survey, this is July survey, right? So July, this is all July. They took this case and put it over into June to fail me for the month. You see that? I did well for the month of June, but they went back to fail me. Okay, you'll see on the next page. You see the case number? This says June and July 14, 2016. Okay, and then you also see the same number there. Okay, so I'm not making up stories when I told you that my work has been sabotaged over the years. So this time they're trying to fail me. Okay. The exception of the medical system, WSIB and medical and Manulife insurance retain, and then I retain WSIB lawyer Adrian Nicolini. Okay. We have already seen this from Dr. Handelsman. Okay. Manulife wanted me back to work. Dr. Handelsman said no. Then Manulife wanted me back to use my left hand. Dr. Handelsman said no. I'm right-handed, okay? But I was forced to work. So Dr. Handelsman, I explained in my other presentation, I actually was sent back to work to use my left hand. Can you see the swelling? Okay. On March 16, the following day, I went to the physiotherapy place. Bikramjit saw him on March 15. I asked him for the report to appeal WSIB. And what did he do? He said swelling is no more. Then luckily the receptionist caught that and she said, oh, he has to change it. So he wrote swelling significantly reduced. I decided, you know what, I'm not going to go back. This clinic has been really doing me wrong. So he realized, I guess, was my last day after I didn't return. So he put on it, patient is in no more pain today. Oh brother. Anyway, this was March 22nd. Okay, March 22nd was my last day there. I didn't want to go back there. So the following day I went to another physio place, and which was Brampton Physiotherapy, right? And on the 23rd of March, and they recorded the Coventus synovitis, right? Please feel free to review, so the hand circle and stuff. And then they also recorded mild swelling, mild wrist swelling, okay? Benefits ceased abruptly on April 10th. I could no longer do physiotherapy, right? Please feel free to read, okay? I was forced back to see Dr. Handelsman, who, between Dr. Handelsman, this report was distorted actually. But anyway, if there is no inflammation not warranting an injection, I can read and I can understand. This says if inflamed, inject, okay? So between Dr. Handelsman and Dr. Money Chris Karkis, they actually lied on my injury. They actually was planning to cause bodily harm. They actually told lies that allowed Manulife insurance and saying that I refused the injection. The injection was not warranted because there was no fluid. It says if inflamed, cortisone injection is for inflammation, but it's already explained in my other presentation, okay? So because of that, I was ignored and I was placed back full-time in my regular position. Full-time with my left hand, okay? Please feel free to read. Thank you. There, 7 months in my position, working with the left hand, placed back in full-time. Wow. Effective October 1st. So on October 25th, both hands were now in pain. I could no longer work with those hands, so I was off work again, okay? Money Life Insurance supposed me back to work with my injury. That's how I had to report the Dr. Handelsman, because he lied. I could have reported him he sent me back to work to use my left hand, but my job was now at stake. My salary was seized and all that, and no benefits. So I told Adrian Nicolini to speak with Money Life on my behalf, because Money Life was providing false information, distorting my conversation and providing wrong information to Bell Mobility. Dr. Sam Silverberg, rheumatologist, yes. Okay. So Dr. Silverberg, please feel free to read his report. You know, he was the one that examined me, and he educated me on the cortisone injection, and he said that it will not work if it was administered at the time of the injury. Yes, that's what he said. But now it's over a year. It will not. It will only give temporary relief up to 2 weeks, up to 2 weeks. Yes, you know, so he told me, do I still want it? And then I need permanent relief, not temporary. So I told him, no, if it's not going to help, you know. And he was in agreement. He couldn't make up my mind for me, but he thought it was a right choice, yeah. A deception of Money Life Insurance continued. The deception. Okay, just want to show you something here. So remember I showed you earlier about the transposition of the R, yes, into L. So I got a left brace from Money Life. Yes, my God, I tell you, there was a reason why they wanted a delay. Okay, so in March they tried again. I noticed the transposition again. It's gonna, yep. Okay. Please feel free to pause and read if you like, but it just shows you clearly. This was January and this was March. Okay, to delay. Oh my God. Money Life Insurance requested a description of functional ability form to be completed by Dr. James Chang. Dr. James Chang refused. And because Dr. James Chang refused to cooperate, I went to Dr. Silverberg's office, and Dr. Silverberg said, send the form to him, he will do it. So Dr. Silverberg did complete the form on February 10th. When Money Life realized that Dr. Silverberg was about to complete the form, I was forced to see their specialist, Erin Boynton. So Dr. Silverberg completed the form, and oh my, how this doctor defended me. Okay, please feel free to pause and read, because, you know, whatever he says, I think it's clear enough. You know, he defended me where the cortisone injection was, and he said she injured herself performing her job, and the pain will increase if she returns to that job. Okay. Threatened by Money Life Insurance to see this appointed specialist, Dr. Erin Boynton, on February 21st, 2018. Okay, so and this doctor actually saying that and she said, I would attribute, what she said, there are some asymmetry in her distal forearm and wrist, which I would attribute to hand dominance. Does this look like hand dominance to you? It looks deformed to me. Luckily, I did a video. This was taken from a video in March. Yeah. and a report was dated March. Isn't God on my side? Every time they have something, God makes sure I have something in place to capture their lies, eh? I tell you. They're fighting against God and think they're fighting against me. God have everything laid out, okay? And if they continue, God is gonna make sure, because God, I know of a fact, He vindicate for me. All these years, I know God stand up for me. Okay. All this is God's doing. When I got the report, my Dr. Chang supposed to send a report, and he did not. He did not. I went to his office on March 29th. He said he didn't get anything for Money Life. On April 12th, and these dates are significant, eh? Please. April 12th, I went to when I went to my doctor again, because I got the letter again stating that I should return to work. I went to Dr. James Chang, and see, it is noted here, right? Went to him again, didn't want to be involved. Okay. When I called Adrian Nicolini, the lawyer, WSIB lawyer, and I mentioned it to him, and he said, return to work you cannot do. Yes, that's what he said. I cannot return to work. Okay. All right. Terminated from my job of 20 years with an injury without severance pay, with only 26 days notice, due to falsified reports from Money Life Insurance, WSIB, the medical doctors, and CBI Health Group. CBI Health Group. Oh my God. They actually came in and stated that our job is low risk. There are 51 employees on the front line, and the report actually says that we have 51% of idle time. Yeah. Can you imagine? Idle time. So Bell is wasting their money then, having us there, huh? What they did, they took they analyzed our work during the month of December. Month of December is not incorporated in our performance report because it's considered a low risk, is a low productive month, because this time a lot of companies are closed during the month of December. A lot of people go on the vacation and all that. There's not much work. Yeah. And and then they reported as if the report was done in January, giving a false report on our job duties. Bearability was confident that they had justification to terminate my service. This is a termination letter. This part will be discussed in my other presentations, okay? Terminated from my job on May 24, 2018, Dr. James I finally sent a medical report. 2 months later, on May 25th, 2018, the deceit of the system, eh? Yeah. Feel free to read the rest of this part if you wish. He waited. I think he knew, eh? Because the report was done a day after I was fired. He knew. As I said, look at this. March 28, 2018. He should have sent that report. You notice what he said? This is a reply to your letter, which was March 28, 2018, regarding Deling Grant. Can you imagine? Look at that. He sent it May 25th, 2018. I was fired on May 24th. He waited 2 months to send this letter. This letter, actually, some information is right, but it was distorted, dates and all that, to cover himself. To cover himself, okay? All right. My medical records at the Ministry of Health and Long-Term Care were distorted in April 2019, brought forward for reference. The following events outline the pattern of Dr. James Chang, my family doctor for 17 years, and how I lost my job. I was being set up to be someone who had mental issues so that no one would be able to believe my story. Okay, look at this. So when I got my letter, got it too, same time, March 28. I got it via email. Dr. James Chang got this March 28, 2018. See that? I went to Dr. James Chang on March 29th, 2018. And it is coded. You notice 00. You notice 00 with me mental. You see that? All right. Look, please feel free to read. Look at this other one. On the 27th of April, when I got the warning letter, first warning letter from Bell, right? I went to my doctor on May 3rd to tell him about the warning letter. Well, this time it was coded correctly, 727 tenosynovitis. Okay, it was, I guess they overlooked that one. Okay, all right. On May 14, I got the second warning letter. I didn't go to my doctor then, but please feel free to read. On May 17, 3 days later, I got the third warning letter. So I went to my doctor, Dr. James Chang's office on the 22nd of May and told him. Here, they even mentioned about January 26th, about the report that was done on January 26th. It was not done on January 26th, it was done in December. And I have proof of that in my other presentation too. And that there are 51% of idle time. Can you imagine? Oh boy. Anyway, went to see my doctor. I was pleading with him at this point in time. I said, Doc, this is my third warning letter. Please. Final warning letter. Please, Doc. Please submit the report. That's what I was saying to him. Again, they make me out as mental. Wow. Okay. On the 22nd of May, I'm just trying to show you this again, that Dr. James Chang wrote in his report, this is page 3 of his report, she was last seen on May 3rd, 2018. You know, that's lie. So Dr. James Chang on May 3rd and also May 22nd, right? Yeah. This is his code. So I saw him the Tuesday before I got fired on a Thursday. This is his number. So I saw him on May 22nd. All right. Mental. Okay. Mental issues were never mentioned once in any of Dr. James Chang's clinical notes or by any other medical doctors prior to my termination from work. Mental health was only mentioned by Dr. James Chang after I was fired from my ability to cover up negligence. See final report, although written to cover up negligence, dated May 25th, 2018, a day after I was fired from my job. It did not contain any information on mental issues, okay? So, this is one of 3, okay? Please feel free to read. There's no, the report is distorted to in the favor of Dr. Chang, but he's covering himself, okay? Some things are missing. This some negligence. He's covering himself. Okay. And this is part 3. Can read part 3. This is part 2 again. This was attached, so I just brought it over. Okay. He did say I have handled this problem initially regarding decovane tenosynovitis. Yeah, you know. And he's saying, but anyway, please feel free to read. Okay. Excuse me. And here he's saying that I have in his report on the 24th of May, he's gonna say I supposed to seek psychiatric consult, you know. Wow. Please feel free to read the top, okay? Investigation by CPP Disability Ontario in 2021 found no history of mental health. I tell you, there is a God. Although CPP Disability did me wrong, I can hats off, yes, when they said, however, Dr. Chang did not provide evidence to support any severe psychiatric symptomatology, and there is no indication as to whether or not treatment was initialized. Not even freak out on Dr. Chang. Nah, I'm not a violent person. You see, I didn't have any knowledge of this until I saw the report in 2022. And asking, what did I do to these people? I am not a troublemaker. You see, I was trying to save my job. Yeah. Anyway, so since I saw Adrian Nicolini on June 5th, 2018, was the only time I heard that he would sue for wrongful dismissal and long-term disability with no contract signed, no communication via email or mail or phone, and with a suspended WSIB claim. I began to believe that my cases were in danger with this law firm. Yeah, 2019. That is when these two lawyers, Adrian Nicolini Law, and Hussein Moftadari, Hicks Morley Law, went rogue on me as soon as I decided to take my business elsewhere. Unknowingly, I was about to disrupt their plans. But Mobility and Money Life Insurance, two giant companies in Canada, would be able to give Adrian, because I couldn't even find anything. When I got him, I couldn't find any reviews on him. I couldn't find a website with him at all. You understand? So all of a sudden, now he has it, eh? He's established himself. Adrian Nicolini could have easily walked away from my cases, but no, he decided to join the system to shut down my cases by any means necessary. Any means necessary. So here, this is to prove what, this is just a touch of what I have in my other presentation, okay? So I had one of the lawyers at an examination for discovery for August 16, 2019. And I needed to provide, because remember, my medical record was distorted. So I needed to provide at least an update on my hand. And also, I was planning on doing a physical. But what happened, what transpired, I didn't do a physical. So on June 15, 2019, I went to Urgent Care Clinic, saw Dr. Bimo. And Dr. Bimo wrote, I told him I had aggravated tendinosis, which only requires ultrasound, but didn't recognize that Dr. Bimo indicated X-ray and ultrasound of my right hand. Yeah. And then when I went to the clinic on June 27th, on June 27th, they gave me a long appointment for July 5th. I found it strange, However, okay. So I drove my vehicle on July 2nd. That's when I got injured in the accident, but nothing was wrong with my hand, right? So when I went there on July 5th, yeah, you see the plan? Even GDI clinic was in on this thing. When I went to the clinic and then I got the results, would you believe the result says there is a comminuted chip fracture in my right hand, eh? Then they're gonna say recent fracture. No, they're gonna say clinical history MVA. How would they know that? I didn't tell them, even if I told them I was in an accident. Even if I didn't tell them, because you have to go by the requisition, eh? The requisition did not have MVA on it. So MVA should not have been recorded on the results. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So that was July 5th, 2019. Okay. Then I went to another clinic on July 18th. And what happened? This was the one for July 5th, eh? It says recent fracture, not have a fracture. You know what? I told this doctor about my motor vehicle accident, so it's on it. I told him, so it's under requisition, right? And then when they check it out, I told him about decavin tendinosynovitis and about the motor vehicle accident. So they wrote here when they were testing my hand. I didn't do any examination of he didn't do any other examination at this point in time, but he didn't know that I about the system. It seemed as if he didn't pull up information as yet. He didn't pull up information on me as yet. So thank God I was able to go the same day. And when they did the X-ray, it gave me X-ray and ultrasound. I told him it's similar, yeah. And then it says no evidence of fracture or dislocation. This one says fracture. This one says no evidence. Then the X-ray said recommend diagnostic ultrasound assessment of the tendons to rule out decurvating tenosynovitis. Even the X-ray realized that I have decurvating tenosynovitis. Wow. Please compare, okay? Please review the details provided in the following presentations, okay? And I did say I was gonna tell you about at the end. So the presentation damages, mobility, money, life insurance, medical doctors, WSIB, systemic racism, review parts 1 to 3, and also 2, systemic racism, criminal acts of Licanili law, Hicks-Morley law, Neymark law, and other entities, parts 1 to 8. Thank you for your time, and honestly, it's been a lot. It has been a lot, but please feel free to review the details. These people are wicked. The system. It's off for you because I know there are some blacks who experience if you're in a good lineup, they're not everyone in here in this country that are racist. Sorry, I have come across many people, various races, and I could feel the genuine. I could feel, that they're not false. They are good people. So I know there are good people around. So I'm not saying the entire. It's just this government and they're corrupt people in the government, corrupt people, that making sure that systemic racism stay under wraps. But anyway, yeah, thank you for your time, and yeah, there are good doctors around too, and I'm sure there are good lawyers, but this is my experience, so sorry. This is just my experience, okay? Please feel free to join me over on the other side. Okay, have a good one.